Police TV.
Chapter 4. Man with a Knife. Dan runs up to Sue. "Are you okay?" he asks. "Yes, I'm okay," she says. "Go on, Dan. Run." Sue calls a police car on her radio. Dan runs after Peter Jones.
"Jim, he's turning left into Dock Lane," he shouts. "Can you see him?" "I can see him, but he's running very fast," Jim says.
The jogger sees Jim and gets into a boat. Jim runs to the river and gets into the boat too.
"Stop," Jim says. "I'm a police officer." "Oh, no!"
The jogger, Peter Jones, hits Jim and he falls into the water. The boat goes across the river. Dan helps Jim out of the water.
"He's going into a cafe," Dan says. "Come on, let's run to that bridge."
They go across the bridge and run to the cafe. Jim goes behind the cafe and Dan goes in.
"Is he in there?" Jim asks on his radio. "Yes," Dan answers. "Jim, he's coming out." "Stop," says Jim. "I'm a police officer."
But Peter has a knife in his hand. Jim holds out his hand.
"Give me the knife, Peter." "Stay back," Peter says. "I can kill you with this."
Jim can see Dan in the door behind Peter. Dan walks out of the door very slowly and quietly.
"Come on, Peter," says Jim. "Give me the knife."
Dan takes Peter's arms from behind, and Jim takes the knife from his hand. Dan finds the money in Peter's trousers.